my name is Itai Gil. I'm from Israel. I'm a guest of Oscar here in Spain. We're going to be doing some demo video and training to teach you some techniques. And our main goal is to separate fiction from reality. We will discuss biomechanics, energy, kinetics, diverting, escaping, and controlling. We'll go over a few simple drills at the beginning, very simple, and then we'll exceed into more difficult scenarios, and I'll explain very, very slowly why things in reality don't always work as they intend to be when we train in a training facility under very nice fluorescent lights and a tatami. Reality is a completely different stressful condition. Lots of power, lots of aggression, lots of violence, and it happens by element of surprise, and there's lots of power involved. Emotions are also a very, very strong thing. Our attacker may be under the influence of drugs, alcohol, and just rage, and when he's coming at you, he's going to be coming with full velocity, full energy, and it's going to be extremely, extremely dangerous. What I'm going to demonstrate now, I'm going to ask Oscar to defend himself against multiple stabs. I will not go full force because of safety reasons, but later on we'll increase a little bit more impact. Okay? So just observe and look. Okay, Oscar, you ready? I attack you. Okay. Did everyone see that? Now, our main problem was, Oscar, slow motion, put your hand. When I do this with enough energy, slow motion, I bend the tricep. The tricep cannot support, and the blade will go inside the body. Him striking me, 1 and 2, is not enough. Why? Because I'm crazy, I'm on drugs, and I'm not doing one stab only. I'm doing multiple stabs. So when I'm coming, bam, and he did get me, but I'm coming from underneath. I'm changing directions all the time. So there is our biggest problem. It's almost impossible to control a blade at full force, at close range, by element of surprise, and full force. Someone's really coming at you, and to just block, block, and block forever without any type of controlling, restraining the hand that is holding the object in order to make our opponent minimize damage. Always remember that most important word. We're talking about minimizing damage. If anyone will come to you and explain, I block, I strike, I kick, too many movies, my friends. That's the biggest problem we have in this type of system. The Krav Maga here is designed to minimize damage. So it means if I'm getting Oscar, I'm stabbing him, and he brings up a knife, he will get cut in his hands. But he cannot allow the blade to go inside his internal organs or in his neck. If I get him in his internal organs, he will bleed to death and he will probably die. Even if there's a doctor standing next to him, he may not survive that condition. Therefore, there's only 2 options. The first option will be, the most important option will be for civilians, and I'm emphasizing on civilians. If I see someone coming at me with a blade, I wish to divert the energy of the blade coming towards my body, and escape as quick as possible. Why? If I will try to challenge Oscar, stab me a few times, and again, how many times do you think I can stop the blade? It's just impossible. Remember, when he has a blade, he's the black belt. I can't do anything. It's only a matter of time, the blade will go inside. But when he's coming at me from above, Oscar, okay, and escape. The idea is not to be there. If he's coming at me again, and push and run away. Now, the strike itself, slow motion, Oscar, this is meant to be here or here. I know for a fact it will not knock him down. You can see people in UFC, they can hit and hit and hit and keep on fighting. What I'm trying to do is, do that again, is to escape. I don't want to win him in the fight. I can't win a guy with a blade. Always remember that. Do that slow. This, and all of these are good for the movies. Don't work in reality. If I will tell Oscar, hold my hand. Two hands, two. Not enough power, not enough capability. In real time, it is impossible. So let's go now into the biomechanics, how the drill is done, very safe. My opponent will stab me from above. More power. Yes, more. This is not good enough. Why? It will bend my hand and go inside. Okay? His energy, his muscle, his back, his chest, he is stepping in. So much power, it will bend my tricep. I cannot support the defense against the blade. I will get cut in the process. That's part of you accepting the drill. You will get injured, but you'll survive it. When he's coming at me, I'm going inside. I'm here. A little bit from this angle again. Here. Diverting the blade, pushing away. If I'm a policeman with the firearms, I go for a gun. If not, escape. Don't challenge a blade. Why? Because if he goes 4 or 5 times, a few times, many, one, change, yes, man. How many can I block? This is ridiculous. Okay, so let's go into reality again, slow motion. He's coming at me, and I hit. When this happens, here, I don't start or wrestle with him. He's good with a knife. He finishes you. Don't waste time on grappling. Not for this scenario. Don't waste time on standing, front kick, middle kick, and fighting. It's again, waste of time. You see that blade coming. Now look at body language. This is one of the most important keys for success. When he's beginning, he has to cock the knife. 1. When he does this, he doesn't do it with his chin down. He exposes his neck. Then he rotates and twists with energy. Do that again, Oscar. You see, he is making a step. He's coming in. I can see that. I can avoid. Okay? This is one of our most important drills. When he's coming at me, I see. Okay? Push away. Don't stay there and get into a fight. He's coming at me and it doesn't work. No success. The game will be over. You will be injured seriously, killed, and that's it. Okay? He is stabbing me from above. Now look where my body is lined up, just in front of the blade. If he comes again, as I said, with a lot of energy, and now on purposely we're doing a very, very serious close-up to see all the angles. If I'm rotating Oscar around, now see where the blade is. I'm showing my back, unfortunately, but you can see the blade is directed into my upper body, my neck, my face, and my skull. This position is not so healthy for us. We want to avoid it because, again, I'm saying he's coming with enough energy to bend the tricep muscle you cannot support, okay? When he's coming at me, I'm escaping. Now look at the same body language here. I'm here. Still, I can get cut in the bicep and seriously be injured. As long as I don't let the blade go inside and kill me and bleed to death, I'm okay. We're talking about minimizing damage and survival. So when he's coming at me, I'm dropping the knife force on him and escape. This is the drill. Again, very slow motion. He's coming at me, I'm bursting in, simultaneously pushing him away. Now this drill can be done in another fashion if I am very well trained. What does it mean? I will take a technique that takes a drop down. It means I will take my opponent and slam him down to the ground. So when he's coming at me, one, okay, and kick to the head, and kick to the head, and then escape. I'll do it slow motion again. He's coming at me, I see body language, and boom, hit to the head, and escape. I do not stay, I do not try to fight him. He has a blade, remember you don't. If you do have a firearm, you have a gun, use the gun, okay? Now, we'll apply the same technique, but let's say I'm law enforcement. I have a weapon, I have a firearm. Okay, I'm doing security. I will take advantage of me having a firearm. It doesn't mean I have to go lethal. It doesn't mean I have to kill the guy, but I can make a point. So when he's coming at me, I'm standing here, push him away. I can go into position. On the ground, knife away, knife away, knife away. Don't move. Hands behind the back. Exactly. Knee on the head, knee on this. Okay? Handcuff the guy. Control, restrain him. This is drill number one. Very simple. We'll do it slow motion again. Please. Slow motion. Instead of staying here and trying to go to my gun and not protecting myself, I will get killed. When this drill happens, I always loop, I come behind. I fix my position up. Throw the knife away. Don't move. Don't move. Yes. Turn your head around. And control the guy. Of course, at close range, when he's doing these drills, and I'm pushing away, I can also, if he's coming at me, come at me, Oscar, come. I can shoot. This will mean going lethal. So if I have my gun, do it again, and he's coming at me, I will shoot because I am forced to. He's putting me in a life-threatening situation. So it's not over until he doesn't have a knife in his hand and I have control of the situation 100%. Don't be foolish. If he's on the ground, lay down. If he's on the ground, and I put the gun in my holster, but the knife is here, he may reach for the knife and get you. He just needs to get you in the leg. So when I have my gun, even if it means using force, take the weapon away. Always approach him from behind so he can't see you. I put my knees on his neck, my knees on his palm of his hands. Have full control. Only then I control and restrain him. Of course, use the legalities of every country, has its own legal issues, but apply them well. Okay, you can go. On the ground, on the ground, on the ground. Throw the knife away. Put your hands, turn your head around. Don't look at me. Okay, the next drill we're going to be doing is exactly the same stab from above with lots of force, but again I'm changing the scenario. Here it even becomes more and more difficult to protect yourselves. I'm in a situation what we call the elevator situation, and we're going to use techniques that we call space management. It means surviving in very small and confined areas. For example, I have a wall on both sides and I can't go back. Therefore, I'm in a 90 degrees blocked. The only way out is probably just a little bit from the sides or forward. Forward is going to be a little bit of a problem because my attacker is going to be coming from the forward. So we're going to be depending on body language, suspicious behavior. He's going to be coming very close at me, Oscar, and he's going to be coming, and I'm going to escape. Hey, what's your problem, man? The idea was, slow motion again, is when I was here and I see someone coming with his hands behind his back, I can already understand I'm in a problem. When he begins the motion, I see. Now if his hand is up, and he's coming down, now it's too late. I'm in big trouble. When he's doing that again, I push him into the corner, run away. Now for the same scenario, if I have a gun, and let's say I'm doing close protection, and there's a building, and there's a car, and someone's coming up to me, I say, hey, what are you doing here? And suddenly, with the knife, he's coming, okay, on the ground, on the ground, on the ground, turn your head around, turn your head around. And again, I apply the same be safe technique. I don't shoot him yet because I'm not in danger anymore. I did neutralize the threat. Therefore, this technique is to demonstrate how we can escape. So now I'm going to put the gun down and we'll talk about the biomechanics and the escaping, very slow motion. When I see his hand down here, why? People do not walk in the street with a hand like this with a knife. The hand is always down or probably behind the back. For him to do a stab, as we said in the first section, is to bring up his hand. Okay, Oscar is stabbing me. I identify. Remember, the strike on the chest is just because we're nice, for safety. In reality, I'm using the bursting technique. He's doing that, I'm inside here. I'm inside in his face. I try to make as much shock and damage as possible. But don't trust that one punch that will stop the guy completely. If I hit Oscar and he keeps on coming at me with the knife, I look game over. Therefore, escaping is such an important issue. You will identify, you will engage, you will surprise him, you'll burst in. You see that bio? Bam! I go in and run. If I have a gun, use the gun. Always remember, find a way out. Do not ever let yourself, come again, Oscar. Do not ever let yourself be trapped and block and block. How many times you think you can get the knife? As I said, in this condition, probably you'll end up seriously injured or dead. On the ground, on the ground. Throw the knife away. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Turn your head around. Turn your head around. Don't move. Don't you move. You can also conduct a physical search and look if he's carrying any other weapons. On the ground. On the ground. Don't move. Don't move. Okay, now we're going to discuss still the same fashion of attack. The attack will still come from above, but we're only making one different change. We will try, because we're forced into trapping the hand that is holding the knife. Now, this scenario is not my favorite situation to be in. It's probably the worst case scenario. That means, exactly like in the scenarios we did before, you're trapped in a small room, what we call the elevator condition. There is no escaping. There is no running from the corners left and right. There is no diverting, no dodging. You just have to confront the guy. Now remember, the guy is coming multiple stabs. He's coming and he's changing directions. As I mentioned before, our desire is to minimize damage and not to get killed. Therefore, if I'm trapped in 1 meter on 1 meter, all the fancy techniques we think we know, blocking in the figure 4, and arm bars, and all the fancy jiu-jitsu moves, they're lovely, but in such a stressful condition, under so much force of an attack, your chances are limited. Therefore, we're going to go to a very simple move in the Krav Maga. It's trapping the hand. Now, lots of you will look at this technique and say, hey, you know, he's getting cut. Of course, you will get cut. You will get seriously slashed. You will need stitches. You will need first aid. But you will survive it. Why? Because I'm going to try to avoid the blade entering my flesh. If this blade goes deep inside one of my vital organs, you will not survive. A puncture wound is so dangerous. You can bleed in less than a minute, almost all of your blood in your body. You will lose conscience, you will not be able to fight back. Our idea here is to create a scenario from the same fashion of stabbing, from above. If Oscar's stabbing me, body language, I trap the hand. I'm not trying to armbar him. I'm not trying to armbar his bicep or tricep. Here he is still okay, he can still get me. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to a little bit stretch him out. As you can see, he's playing with the blade. He is getting me on my back. You know what? And if you're wearing a jacket, and it's winter, or a good leather jacket, it may not even do any physical damage. Over here, don't forget, we're training Krav Maga. It means I can headbutt. I can use my knees. I can bite. Now, one most important thing is to place the hand in front of the face. Now, why? Very simple answer. If my hand is here, Oscar can headbutt me real good. Doesn't do any help. I still want to control the blade. Remember, even if he breaks your nose and you have a blue eye, you don't let go of this hand with the blade. This is the most dangerous. I'm going to block him here on the front of the neck and the chin. I'm going to grab his shirt. Now, if he tries to headbutt me forward with force, it doesn't work. From here, I apply force, headbutts, knees. I am very aggressive. Don't try any fancy low kicks or anything to the muscles. Muscles won't do enough damage. You want to catch him in the face, you want to catch him in the balls, and of course you want to keep the blade very close to you so you will not get cut. Over here I will try to jerk the hand as hard as I can. Even in the process, look at his wrist. I will get cut. If I'm wearing a jacket, less damage. I will try to get the blade out. You see, the fingers are opening. Now I got the blade with me. So again, slow motion. He's coming at me. I'm bursting in. I trap the hand. Look from behind. I'm very close. Headbutts, knees, headbutts, and again, and again. And then I rip out and apply so much pressure on the wrist. You know what? If I get cut, I have the handle. I rip it out. Now, the rules are changing. From here, I make a decision. Okay? The game over here, in general, you survived it. So what we're going to do is a very simple drill. He's going to try to stab me 4 or 5 times. My drill is to try to trap the hand. So if he's coming a few times, here. Now, if I don't do it, what's your problem, huh? Oh, what's your problem? Okay? As you can see, exactly the same technique. He stabbed me because I did not have enough skill and the opportunity maybe to control and restrain the hand with the knife. Oscar did manage to stab me deeply, wound me so bad that I'll probably die. he was all over my body. He was in my ribs, he was in my neck. I felt the rubber blade touching me. So it means once he enters the organs, I have a big problem. Our duty now is to try to minimize that damage. So it means when Oscar is going to stab me now with more force, very aggressive, as he did, I wish and hope you will all have success in trapping the hand and getting maybe cut, but not stabbed, an internal wound. Okay? Same drill exactly. On the ground. What's your problem? On the ground. Don't move. I'm calling the police. Okay? One more time, lots of aggression. I see body language. Go inside. Full headbutt. Knees, knees. And again, and I rip out. Oh. Here I'm applying pressure on his wrist. I trap the knife, not from the blade, those fingers. Trap it, rip it out. And then from here, make your own decision. What's good for you? You want to run away? Run away. You want to get the guy? Be careful. Legalities. Okay, we will continue now with defenses against knife attacks. We're going to discuss now the scenario when the blade is coming from the side. A rotation with lots of energy and power all the way into the rib cage, into the upper body, the abdomen area. This technique also has its problems, and it doesn't appear to be that simple as it is. Why? Because most instincts of people is to block here. Now, if Oscar comes with enough energy, look at my body. I am in front of the blade, unfortunately. His mass, his energy, his muscles, his legs are going to create so much energy, my elbow force. Yeah, see? When it happens simultaneously in a millisecond and I see it, he comes at me, bam, it goes inside. And it may slip on the forearm and go inside. This technique is not good enough. Now, there's lots of techniques out there, but we're trying again to minimize damage. Now, beyond minimizing damage, we have another subject, as we did before, is controlling and restraining the hand. Why? Because Oscar may stab more than one stab to different directions. That's where the greatest danger is. So when he's stabbing me, just this is not enough. Why? Because he then can change from underneath, and he can come from above, and he can come from the side. If you don't stop it, as it begins, you will get seriously injured or even die in the process. So, let's talk about biomechanics before we talk about controlling and restraining. When Oscar is stabbing me, this is number one. Now, if Oscar moves to the side, stab me again, this is no good because the blade is going to go inside. Do that again, Oscar. I'm here. This is not good enough too, because there's still enough energy and he may come above and from underneath and change many directions. Now, I'm also diverting, but I'm also using my forearm as a baseball bat and striking his ligaments over here. It hurts. It won't stop him, but it causes a little bit pain, okay? The other subject is to use my other forearm, do that again, and strike on the bicep. he has muscle fiber, okay, that surrounds the bone of the bicep. When I low kick someone, I cause neurological and nerve damage inside of the muscle fiber. I'm applying the same technique. I'm blocking and I'm striking with my forearm on the bicep. Again, it's not 100%, but again, we're talking about minimizing damage. In this scenario, I'm already starting the trapping technique and bringing him close to my chest. Now look at this. If my hand is far away, pull outside. Oh, you see? If I don't trap him well, you will lose your ligaments in the bicep. I'm here, pull, bam, you cut. Now, when he begins, look at the mechanical move. He has to make a rotation with the body. I am trying to beat him at the game. What does it mean? When he is beginning, here, there is no damage yet. The damage begins only when he's beginning his full rotation towards my body. Our goal is to teach you that when he's doing the body language, one, this is where I already have been inside. I'm engaging here. So when Oscar is standing in front of me, I'm inside. I headbutt, knees. And of course, I take him down to the ground. I control the gun. I have full control of the hand. And over here, I am in very good condition. I control. Let's do it again, slow motion. My opponent is standing in front of me. He's beginning. Look at me. I am bursting inside. Why? I want to catch him when he's cocking backwards. If I wait for him to go, begin, and I'm late, you see what's happening? The blade will go inside. Remember, he's coming with energy. He's very upset. He's emotional. And he's going to come at you with all he's got. You don't have that many chances. When he's coming at me, I'm inside. I hit, and I hit. I rotate the elbow. I have good control. Can you pull out? No. You see, I'm holding. Over here, I apply so much pressure. Okay? I have so much pressure. Okay, I can use fingers. I can do anything I wish. Condition for him is over. Okay. Again, very slow. Observe, when he's beginning, I'm leaping inside. Again, bam, groin, I trap. From here, pressure. Over here, you can do any armbar, any jiu-jitsu you know from any other martial art. He has fingers, oh, use fingers. Fingers are always so very sensitive. See the fingers? Everyone, let's go when you hold fingers. So sensitive, so weak, okay? You can, if you're police, control, restrain the guy. If you're civilian, let him go and run away, call police, whatever you do. Okay, friends, we're back. We're going to demonstrate and teach you one most very complicated scenario you may ever run into. As a matter of fact, it's not a stab, it's not a slash. It's when you're held hostage, threatened from behind, and in a certain fashion where there is so much pressure and stress with the blade on the neck that almost any physical move you will try to apply, you will get cut so bad that you probably will end up bleeding to death. And after doing lots of research and checking out many techniques that I know from the past and up to today, I have a very good solution to minimize damage that it may increase our survival skills. And take a look now and observe what I'm going to do to Oscar. I'm going to come behind him with the blade, with the sharp side, on his neck, and put the blade with pressure and walk him as if he was a hostage. I can hold him here. I can say, give me your wallet, take me to the safe, give me your car keys, just anything. It can be in an airplane, by the way. Open the cockpit. It can be to an airline steward. It can be someone who's doing security. So this condition is very, very stressful. I'm applying a little bit of pressure. He's not dying yet. He's not bleeding. But all the old-fashioned techniques were to bring up the hands and to try to pull down. Unfortunately, if Oscar tries to do that with the hands, I will already use force and struggle myself and kill him. What I'm going to show you now is going to do biomechanics. When he is doing this, my chances of reaching, look at this, he's holding my hand. I'm doing it on purpose. Reaching up here, he will feel bicep resistance. Means doing this, paying a price here. Now, when I'm playing submissive, look where my blade is now. The blade is a little bit lower than my neck. I tuck my chin inside very deep. I will get cut on my face and on my chin. Again. So I'm doing body language from here. I'm lifting up my hand. Why? I'm using his forearm and my chin and the muscles in my neck to control the wrist that's holding the blade. In this position, I did manage to get the blade a little bit further away from my neck, where I'm in serious danger. Once I'm here, probably all of you know some techniques of holding and escaping out. And from here, the rest is history, aggression, strike, takedowns, whatever comes natural to you. So let's emphasize on the technique slow motion. As I said, if he applies pressure, see, I'm already choking. This up to do the old fashioned that exists and was taught years ago, this will get you probably killed. Playing submissive, look where this hand is going, body language. This, look what happened to the blade. We'll do it again. Apply pressure, Oscar. Here, look what happened. He's not voluntarily helping me. Out here, I'm already in. I hit, and I roll him over. And I kick hard to the face and I can run away. Okay, so let's do it very, very slow. I'm trapped. The old one is unfortunately not good enough for this scenario. Now look, it's only his wrist on my neck. Here, it's just the blade. The only thing I can depend on is my bicep, my forearm, and my chin. I'm doing this motion. Okay? So if I'm turning around, look what happened to the blade. He can apply pressure. This. Look at my leg, my hip, body language. Hey man, what do you want? What do you want? Up from here. I will get cut. There is no arguing about being cut. The thing is surviving it. So when he's here, I'm playing submissive, applying a pressure, simultaneously using my shoulder muscle, my biceps, and I'm coming up. Up, I'm here. Now if we turn around this way, you can see the blade is not exactly on my throat anymore, it's on my chin. I tuck my chin in, and I start rotating. I'm still in bad situation, but I'm trying to fight my way out of it, out of it, out of it, okay? And get the guy and finish him, okay? And cut. It's his problem now. Okay, my friends, we're back, and now we're going to discuss firearms. We're going to talk about guns, handguns. Very serious issue. One of our biggest problems with guns around the world is that lots of people have guns, and lots of people get shot. It's from the United States, Europe, high school rage, criminal activity, carjacking, from whatever. There's just lots of threats out there. Now, most people will never encounter a situation where they will be pointed by a gun, but it may happen to everyone, and therefore it's very, very important to train on these certain skills. This is what the Krav Maga is about. It doesn't mean if it will happen, but if you need it, it's there. It's a tool. And one of our most serious problems is with a handgun that separates, let's say, the blade, the knife. With the knife, if I want to kill someone, physically, I have to come up close to him and stab him. It's a mechanical motion that requires to close the distance. With a gun, I don't need that distance. With a gun, if I want to get someone to apply or to kill him, I just do it from 4 or 5 meters away, and we can negotiate, and he will play ball with me. If not, I may shoot him in the leg, or if it's criminal activity, I may kill him. Therefore, no Krav Maga or whatsoever martial art can be done against a gun from 4 or 5 meters away if the guy is very, very professional with a handgun. Okay? Even if he's medium with a gun, from this distance, you behave. You be careful. Wait for another opportunity. If you know for a fact that you're not just a hostage and he wants to kill you, that's when the game changes. You must take some action, even in the process of doing something crazy, to save your own life. Because taking no action will get you killed probably anyhow. Now, I cannot tell you when you will feel the guy's going to shoot you or not. But what I do know for a fact is if someone wanted you dead, he wouldn't come close to you. He would come 4 meters away, bam, 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 and have you shot dead on the spot. So let's take this sequence out of the equation. We're not going to discuss this scenario because it's just not doable. No one can do anything about it. We're going to talk about situations where there is a serious threat. The guy may want something from you, or to take you somewhere, or to take you to a vehicle. The door is open. Your limited chances are so small because he's taking you 2 or 3 meters into a house, into an apartment, into a car, and you're kidnapped. So he's putting a gun, turn around, do this, do that, walking you, and you're in a very, very bad scenario. In this certain video, we'll talk about what's right and what's wrong. We'll talk about biomechanics and get a few techniques straight, based on facts and real-life evidence. Most of my colleagues, when they point a gun in training, do a technique that is very popular in the Krav Maga, and look at my hand, flicks all the way down. My other hand follows up and strikes with lots of force into the face. I am telling you straight ahead, right now, hitting the guy a few times in the face will not stop him wanting to keep the gun. Therefore, we have a very serious problem here. This mechanical motion is very long. What means Oscar can pull the gun and go over there, and suddenly I find myself in front of the barrel, and if there's a discharge, you are shot. So this technique is pretty problematic. Now there's lots of people out there that will say, he's doing it to me, I do it so fast, but the other guy is fast too. He's aggressive, I'm aggressive. Don't forget, he's got the gun, he's the man. So you can say whatever you want. I train for hours. We all train for hours under fluorescent lights in very nice conditions. Reality is different. Therefore, we will try to apply a technique that will minimize damage. First, we'll talk about body language and the distance from the hand to the gun. Okay, so if Oscar will turn over here. Now look at this. My hands will want to come up in a submissive fashion close to the gun. Because if I just do it from here, it's a long distance. Look how far my hand has to travel. All the way up to grab, to rotate my body, to bring it down and strike a few times, and the regular drill to peel the gun out from his hand. Lovely, just not successful enough in real scenarios. What we're going to try to do is 2 options. The first 2 will be to try to change the position of the gun inside his hand and show him the distance, of course. My hands are going to come up real close. Look at the body language. I have contact. I'm going to do this. Now, if we turn around, look where the position of the barrel is now. What I have done, I have used bursting force to rotate the gun, slow motion, inside his hand. Don't move, Oscar. Look where the gun is. It's not the same as it used to be here. It's not the same grip. The gun is suddenly rotated in the palm of his hand. Now, if he was to point, this is not natural anymore. It's not this way. It's this way. From here, okay, I'm here. I'm using my forearm to use force on the palm of his hand. Over here, apply pressure. And I use my 80 kilos and I lean in. Now, you can hit the guy, but I already want to reach out. Now, every time I do this drill, I always emphasize on pointing the barrel towards him. So if there's a discharge, he'll hurt himself. Now imagine a lot of force in the finger inside the trigger. Please, Oscar, just put this real slow. Can anyone picture what's going to happen here? Look at this, no force. If this was a real metal gun, even a plastic one, can damage his joint real bad. So imagine I'm here and I'm ripping out with force. I can truly take off his finger joint and rip some flesh off. Slow motion. First of all, eye contact, body language. I'm real close to the gun. If the gun is higher, I can put my hands higher. Play submissive. Don't bring your hands here and have an attitude. Hey, what's your problem? Oh, he'd get upset and shoot you. My hands are here. Now, look at my body. I can strike. No arguments. I prefer to come underneath and rip out. When I rip out, I'm real aggressive. I strike. I hit the magazine and I load the gun. I always make sure I am loaded. Why? The guy who has the gun in front of me may have a magazine inside, but not a bullet in the chamber. Now, if there's more than one guy wanting to get me, I want to be ready for battle. Okay? So we're going to do it slow motion again. He's pointing at me, body language, bursting away. I'm using all my weight. I'm close. I'm not extending my hand here. I'm here. I can strike, reach out, rip. Once I rip out, I can hit the gun. I can hit him in the body. I can hit him in the face. And strike at him. Hit magazine, load. Look around, make a quick search. Make him, force him, go on the ground. And to apply to all my commands. This is drill number 1. We'll do it slow motion one more time. Body language, hands in the same height of the gun. If the gun is higher, I bring my hands up higher. Remember, this drill is not the same as to the head when I go up. Let's separate. We're talking about upper body only. So my hands are close as possible, what we call use stealth and camouflage. And I strike and rip out. It's a very good technique if it's done well and you do manage to twist the gun inside the palm of his hand. If not, and it stays like this, remember, I can do this as much as I want. Pull back. See? Pull your bicep back. Like this. Pull. Oh. It doesn't matter how much force I use. Even if I use 2 hands, pull. See? It's not going to work. It's just biomechanics. Something you can't beat it. Okay? Simple physics. This is drill number 1. Okay? Slow again. Body language. I'm here. I hit. Rip out. Hit. Push him away. Hit magazine, load. On the ground now. Yes. Now we have safety. Okay, after separating reality from fiction, and we were talking about the biomechanics, if I'm straightening my hand and hitting the guy, we all come to a conclusion. You can test it at home with your buddies and friends at training. If Oscar is pulling the gun now with enough force, pull. You're in front of the barrel. The front side will probably rip your hand. That's okay, you can live. Even if I hit him and he hits me, that's not the issue. The issue is to stay away from the front of the barrel in case of a discharge, or on purpose he squeezes the trigger. So as we agreed, this mechanical motion is very long. It won't do you any good. So I'm just repeating, everything has to be close range. Now this technique, just to remind you, is a little bit when there's distance between the physical body and the barrel. So I'm here, body language. Remember, stealth and camouflage. Always bring your hands up to the height of the gun and burst in. Look where my body is, look where the barrel is, and rip out the gun. So we discussed this technique. Now we're going to go exactly to the same family. Okay, there's many other techniques that are out there that are great. But we're going to talk about one more technique that will increase your survival. And this is trapping and wrapping my hands around his elbow and forearm to control. Why? Because we came to a conclusion just by holding the gun is not good enough. And even if I'm here, Oscar will fight back. He can punch, he can kick, he can headbutt, and he can pull the hand with aggression. You can try that in your own personal drills. Therefore, at very close range, when the barrel is almost touching the body, and he's talking to me, and there's body language, I use stealth and camouflage again. I bring my hands up real close. Hey man, what do you want? Now look at me, I'm rotating and bringing my elbow inside. It's not enough. My thumb is already trying to force the gun out. Now look at this slow-mo up. Again, slow motion. I'm here, body language, and I'm ripping in. I will get cut in the palm of my hand from the hammer. Okay, that's life. But when I'm doing this action, I'm placing my elbow in my mass, my armpit, my elbow. Look at this. Now, let's separate mechanics. When he pulls, start pulling, Oscar, pull. Look what happens to the gun. Hold it. It's not sitting in the right posture in the palm of his hand. This is where my other hand takes action, almost simultaneously. I come from underneath and trap. I rotate the body. I never go in front of the barrel. I bring up my elbow and look at my body now. I rotate towards him until his wrist is going to shoot himself. Rip out the gun, put the magazine, cock the weapon, and be ready for battle. Now, what's most important here is the elbow. And why? If I am here, my elbow is on the other side of Oscar's forearm. Look at this. Look where my elbow is stationed now, over here. Now, you don't see the gun. Oscar, pull your hand. Up. See this? Again, pull. I'm trying to resist, but it's just mechanics. I can't. Now, let's go to the first drill I did. My elbow is inside. He's pulling. There's a mechanical stop. This drill is also designed for people that don't have mass and muscle strength. Why? Because I'm depending on bone structure. I'm using my elbow and my forearm. It's like a rod stuck in his ribs. If he pulls, pull. I'm leaning in. I'm not letting go. If I'm fighting him, he's hitting me. He's headbutting me. He's punching me. Even if he's punching me now, even if he's punching me in the face, I'm not going to let go because of a bleeding and broken tooth. Let go of the gun. This is the last thing you want to do. So I'm going to be biting. Oh, when I bite the bones here with my teeth, that's going to create a lot of damage to small muscle tissue and to small bones in his wrist. I'm going to bring my hand and trap the gun. Not from above. From above, may slip. It's okay, but it may slip. Increase your chances. Always increase them. Trap and rotate. Rip out. Hit with the gun with the force. Imagine the barrel striking his sternum is going to hurt him so hard. Hit the magazine, load the gun, be ready. Okay? So let's go over this drill one more time, slow motion from all angles. Body language, stealth. Hey man, what do you want? Hey, and rotate. Lean inside. I'm already starting to peel the gun out of his hand. You see this small little space over here? This is enough. I'll get cut in my thumb. I don't care. The other hand, I'm using weight. My other hand is trapping. Look how close I am. Nothing is far away like the old drills when my hand is extended. And I'm rotating, bringing the elbow up, rotating. Now, the other safety issue here in this drill is if I start doing this drill like this. It's doable, it's okay. But let's say there's innocent people in the room and he's starting shooting, bam, 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 bam. The idea is if I'm low, direct the gun towards his body, not to my leg. Be very careful on this drill. If I shoot my thigh, you had it. Therefore, this drill is a one quick motion, another quick motion, push away, and I'm ready for battle.